One Piece this week, we find out that the topic, well, we found out what Diamante's Devil Fruit ability was last week, and then this week we find out what Pika and Treble's ability is, and Pika is a Stone Fruit. I mean, he has the ability of adapting to his, like, ground-like surroundings, if you will. And at first I thought that was kind of like a Logia type of ability, but it's obvious that it's a Paramecia because he's absorbing like the terrain or like the texture around him. What he does is he takes the walls on either side of him and just squashes. It looks like he's squashing Zoro, Violet, and Luffy, but we know that Luffy can't be squashed because he's made of rubber. So I'm wondering if Luffy's actually, was able to stretch and just stop those walls from hurting Zoro and Violet. Although Zoro, his upper body strength is crazy too, so he could have done something as well. But we saw like in Water 7 how Luffy was able to split like those two old brick-made buildings apart. So I don't think this is much of a big deal for him. Then we go to the Colosseum, and that's by far my favorite part of the chapter. We see a fighting fish going straight for Burgess, and he elbows him, but with so much force that he makes a fucking hole. And I read someplace that your elbow is supposed to be one of the strongest parts of your body. So the fact that Sabo, using Haki, what is it, Dragon Talon? Using that technique, was able to break those elbow pads. Holy shit, Sabo. He jumps on this fighting fish, right, that was headed for Rebecca. And then Diamante is about to hit him with a sword, and he takes that pipe and he breaks Diamante's sword like, ching! And then the thing about like the confrontation with Burgess is that Burgess is using Haki too. So Burgess has, Haki embedded armor on his elbow, and then Sabo breaks his armor, with a technique that I'm pretty sure he learned from Dragon, given the fact that it's called Dragon Talon. But damn, Sabo is using his bare hand. Sabo is beasted. Hardcore. Then we go to the, the part of like the underground factory where Usopp and the Tontadas and Robin are, and there's an explanation that there's like some ducts that are connected to the surface. So like people that are turned into toys are automatically sent to that little tower there underground. So we see Cavendish in this as well, and like I said, we learned that Treble's ability is like the sticky fruit, and Cavendish is stuck to that substance that Treble releases from his body. What's really, really concerning is the fact that she was just it was just a tap, like a super slight tap, just a quick moment, and all of a sudden Cavendish is a toy. It's like there's no process, it doesn't take a while, it's just like she touches you and you're pretty much done. And Cavendish is put to work immediately, and we see Elizabello, Sai, and Hack. And the thing about Sai mentioning how, this is the port that they use to smuggle weapons, I thought that was interesting. But the thing that got me the most out of that was like Hack and how he was like talking about like, I need to get in touch with Koala. And because that was foreshadowed like how many chapters ago? It's crazy. And the fact that we know that Koala is a Fishman karate expert, kind of like a throwback to Fisher Tiger, because that's the guy that she grew up with a little bit. He's like, Koala's actually waiting for my report. And I'm like, well, she's actually watching Sabo fight, but hey. She might still be waiting for that report. Anyway, but then again, no, she can't be waiting for that report, because if you turn into a toy, you forget about the person that gets turned into a toy. You see Robin's eyes on a wall, and she's spying on Sugar and Treble. And what's funny is that Leo has a plan to leave a fake grape, in Sugar's basket so that she eats it, and just, I guess because it's too spicy or just incredibly hot, and she'll just faint, because they tested it on Tontadas. 50 Tontadas volunteered to try that shit. And all of them fainted, and then some of them were even on the brink of death. So they're going hard. These Tontadas are going hard. I did notice how Usopp is behaving excessively cowardly. There's this part where he's like, "Okay, Leo, I got your back. I'll cover you." But then he's thinking to himself, if something goes wrong, I'm hauling ass. And it's funny, but at the same time, I think that sets him up to do something very brave, because he's been acting like this ever since he met the Tontadas. So I kind of get the feeling that, Leo is going to fail, or he's going to get caught, and Usopp's going to get pissed, and he's going to have to intervene, or something along the lines of that. Because I feel like like the way that Usopp shows his bravery is usually when his friends are on the line. So I feel like this is a good opportunity for him to just shine. He still has the support of Robin and some of the other Chuntadas, but I feel like that's gonna have to be taken away so that he realizes that he has to step up. So if Robin gets turned into like a Barbie or something, he's gonna have to go in. And I just Usopp's fights are very unconventional, but they're more witty than most of the characters. Most of the Straw Hats, fight. So I want to see that, and I want to see how that unfolds. So it's pretty much like this chapter sets up like the fights of the top executives. It's Pika. I think Zoro is going to have to take him out because Luffy's going for Doflamingo, Diamante, and we're already seeing like how he's not much of a factor now, but he's definitely going to have to play a role in trying to take down Sabo, and then here with Treble and Trigger, and that's up to Usopp and Robin. So it's a really solid chapter, really good build up, just solid progression. I really appreciate it. Tell me what you thought about it. Rate and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.